And good evening. Good Wednesday evening. Rich Roberts. I got some feedback here. Rich Roberts, that fireman Rich. Oh, what the hell's going on here? Got feedback here. I have the feedback. Is it on the phone? Oh. Testing 1, 2, 3. What do we have the? Hang on. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. All right, we got a little technical difficulties here. Testing. Yep, it's an echo. Stand by. I'm trying to figure it out here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Oh, I know where it's at. Hang on. It's not there. Testing. Testing. It's coming from the phone. Huh. Testing. Testing. Look at that. I don't even have it on my phone. I'm going to restart my phone here. Testing. Yeah, it's the phone. Rich Roberts, that Fireman Rich here on Rumble Studios. Hello and welcome to the broadcast. Let's talk football once we get past the, I don't know, the phone. It just got stuck there. Hey, hello, Tony. Tony D is in the chat there, loud and clear. I just had feedback. I got to turn this back on here because this is what I use for. Just had to. Strange. It just got stuck. The volume was open. And I didn't have any app on, and it still came through here for some reason. That's interesting. But we are here for Let's Talk Football, NFL football. I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich. Here this Wednesday, we're going to be on for about 45 minutes to an hour. We have Tony D there. Take your time. Yeah, I'm going to take my time. This is sort of informal. Nothing serious here. We're going to be talking some football as far as last week's games a little bit. So I got an article in the news. It's prevalent as far as what's going. Well, it has no effect on the games, but it is an important story that broke here, I think Monday or Tuesday. Let's see. Tuesday morning and stuff like that. We're just going to go over. I think most people have heard about it, but I want to put my take on it. And this broadcast gives me an opportunity to do that. Plus, we're going to go over this upcoming week's games. Go over that. And I have a new addition. Who's winning the division? We're in week 6, so we got to start looking at the divisional placements now. We talked about the wins, losses, and stuff, how the teams are going. So we're in week 6, so I think it's good to go ahead and go over those divisional, because who's in the divisional is going to matter when it comes to the playoffs and stuff like that. You need to address. We need to look at that, because that's a very important item that is part of the NFL football, where they all stands, and as far as that goes. So let me bring this back up. Okay, let's see. We got that. Oh, how come I can't? Oh, there we go. Okay, it's on. We're on the internet. Let's see. We bring up. Want to say hello to all those folks that are on Rumble, Locals, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook Live on the Real Fireman Rich Facebook page, as well as Kick. We're over there on Kick. We're on 6 platforms here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 platforms. And I'm primarily, like I said, at Fireman Rich over there on X. And let's see. Let's see if Rumble Studios does this again. Okay, here we go. We're entering it. Are we there? Hello. Hello? What's going on there? That's not right. That's not right. Close. I got another trick up my sleeve. There we go. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, I took care of it. I don't know why that got stuck. Testing 1, 2, 3. That is so freaking weird. Let's see if that works. Testing 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. That's not good. It's bleeding over, and I have the volume turned off. I put an ear jack in it, so that should keep it at bay. Okay, that is weird. That has never happened before. I'm not sure what's going on there. It might be because I had it plugged in all day. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. I say hello to Tony and those that are in the close on. Yeah, it's not the windows. It's coming from the phone. I have all muted. It's the phone. It's an odd thing here, Tony. It's not the. I have it muted. I've got it turned. The volume won't go down all the way on the phone for some reason. Not sure why that is. It's not. I'm gonna have to go in there. It might be something stuck in there on the phone. I don't know. But you can't hear it now, so that's all that matters. um, yeah, all tabs are on. I'm fully aware of the tabs being open and stuff, but the only thing that should bleed out would be the television here. But that's okay. Okay, let's get going here. We're here for Let's Talk Football, and I want to say welcome to the broadcast. And we're in week six of an 18-week broadcast or season. And let's bring up the tote board like we do every week here on this. Like I said, we're only going to be on for about 45 minutes to an hour or thereabouts. Window. And here's the tote board. This is the tote board. This is where, let's see, got to present it. How's that looking? There we go. There's the tote board. And let's see. I got to get rid of. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so we got that cranking. And I have my notes on there as far as that goes. The first thing I'd like to talk about, though, is this article. Actually, there have been a couple articles that have come out. And when it actually pertains to the Jets fired the new – I'm not going to say – I had a little problem with pronunciations this morning. So the New York Jets coach, Robert Saleh. Did I say that right, Tony? Saleh? Saleh. Hey, hi Tina, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I've got your picks. I got Tony's picks. I got Brian's and Ted's picks. They're all plugged in. My picks are there, and we'll be going over that here at the end of the show. So we don't have to spend any time picking the team. So I appreciate that. But this article, that I'm not sure if I said that, Nate, the New York Jets coach, though, was canned. He was fired. There's a sports and let's see, on the what is this? CBS Sports, there's an article, Jets fired Robert Saleh. Did Aaron Rodgers' impact on teams play a role in New York's shocking midseason move? No, I don't think so. I think there's been too much emphasis placed, when something like this comes up, Aaron Rodgers there, and he even said on a sports talk show, I can't remember the guy, he's a former Indianapolis Colts place kicker, field goal kicker, or whatever. He has his own sports show there on sports ESPN, and I can't think of his name offhand, but one of the things is I heard, Aaron Rodgers is a great player, but I think sometimes he's saying, there's accusations that it's because of him, and he's denying those. He just needs to shut up. I know he's a great player, good player, but he just needs to shut up. I heard that, and I'm like, come on, okay? It's not all about you, Aaron. It's not about you. But the New York Jets shockingly fired Robert Saleh on Tuesday morning, but there is now some writing on the wall as far as why. And the only person that could fire him is the owner, pretty much. Okay, it's the owner's decision. Okay, so the owner has a reason. I don't think Aaron Rodgers went to the owner and said, "Hey, I don't like this guy." And stuff, because there supposedly, from what's being reported, there's some nonverbal. The coach tried to hug him during this one game. Rodgers sort of is not into the huggy feely thing as far as that goes. And but the New York Jets have lost 2 games in a row, an embarrassing 10-9 loss at home. And this is from Fox Sports that I'm reading. But I think it's a very interesting because it gives an aspect of why he might have been fired. Some saying it because he wears the Lebanese flag on his. No, that's been debunked last year. Okay, they're authorized. They're able to wear that, so that has nothing to do with that, as far as that goes. So the people that are passing that misinformation is a bunch of bogus and a bunch of boneheads. But an embarrassing 10-9 loss at home to the Denver Broncos, and then the 23-17 loss to the Minnesota Vikings in London. Owner Woody Johnson said it was his decision and only his decision to relieve Sahi, the New York Jets coach, of his duties, but a timeline of events has people questioning the legitimacy of Johnson's words. There was a report from SNY TV claiming that the New York Jets coach had made the decision Tuesday morning to take play call duties away from the offensive coach, Nathaniel Hackett. Hackett and Aaron Rodgers. This is where the Aaron Rodgers comes into play. So maybe Aaron Rodgers had it, but Aaron Rodgers is. Hackett and Aaron Rodgers were paired together for a long while in Green Bay, and Jets hired Hackett prior to acquiring the quarterback, seemingly in an effort to lure him to New York. So this is the offensive coordinator that the coach canned. Roughly 5 minutes after making that decision, okay, this is Tuesday morning. Events were going like that. Hey, Ted Hicks, how are you doing? Say la. I can't. I'll just say New York Jets coach it right now. So thank you, Tony, and good to see you there, Ted. But roughly 5 minutes after making the decision, the New York Jets coach was called into the owner's office, Mr. Johnson's office, and was fired. A representative for the New York Jets coach did not immediately respond to the request to confirm the report. Johnson told reporters on Tuesday that he spoke to Rodgers on Monday night, but not about the New York Jets coach. So it all comes down to the owner decided to can him. Okay, he goes on to say that this was not an easy decision, but we are not where we should be giving our expectations, and I believe now is the best time for us to move in a different direction, the statement said. New York is 25th in points scoring and 27 in yards gained, while having the top 5 defense. And Tina saying hi to Ted and to Tony too. Rodgers, who is 40, coming off a torn Achilles, has all this 1,093 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions in his 5 games of play. Not really stellar statistics as far as I call. It's unclear what exactly sparked the firing of the New York Jets coach, but rumors on a rift between are pertaining to a rift between Rodgers and the coach were sparked after an odd interaction during the team's win over New England in Week 3. The two men seemed to be at odds over cadence after the loss to Denver. The New York Jets coach had been the Jets coach since 2021 after spending 4 seasons in San Francisco as the defensive coordinator. He was 20-36 as the Jets head coach and never won more than 7 games while at the helm. So this is basically the owner cutting. So this thing where Aaron Rodgers get on there saying, hey, everybody's saying it's about, he just should just keep quiet. Say it has nothing to me and just leave it at that. I'm not really a Aaron Rodgers fan at this time for the New York Jets. That's my own personal thing. I think he's a great player. He'll go in the Hall of Fame, but I don't think he's going to be helping the Jets going and move the ball forward as far as them going to the playoffs. I don't see the Jets making the playoffs at this point. We look at past history, it's very hard. I think there's been a couple incidents where the team has cut the coach out, and right at the beginning of the season, they never made the playoff. I think there's one team maybe that made it to the playoffs. So that's just my take on it. And as far as that goes, I just found that interesting that who is that guy? Let me see. Who is that? Let's see if I can find it. Oh, Pat McCaffrey. He was on the Pat McCaffrey show where Aaron Rodgers joined him after a massive drama around the firing of the coach. He should just shut up. You're just contributing to the drama by, okay, maybe he has to defend his name and stuff like that, but you're just there's an indication that it might be because you talked to the owner the night before, and that morning the coach gets. So it's after the coach fired. Maybe that who knows? The owner has to explain himself. It's not Rodgers that has to explain it. It's I think that would be the best interest to the Jets to get a new quarterback at this point. So that's why I'm not picking the Jets. Well, they're playing Buffalo. They're going to get beat anyway, as far as that goes. So this week, as far as that's one of the games. So let's see what else we got here. Week 4 scores. Let's go ahead and look at that. Week 4 scores. We can see in last week games. I've got the totals there. I've got the chart as far as after we look at this on the win losses. Buccaneers, they lost to the Falcons. Falcons are making a comeback. They moved up in the power ranking quite considerably, while the Buccaneers went down. Last Sunday, the Vikings did beat the Jets 23-17. Jets could have won that, but I think the Vikings just overpowered them. If the Vikings made a few more mistakes, maybe the Jets would have capitalized. That's the only way they're going to win games now. If the other team makes mistakes, that's the only way the New York Jets are going to be. So I'm very critical of the Jets at this point. I'm not like before where I couldn't stand them and I didn't like them. I just I want the Jets to get better. And I think they're only going to get better by getting a different quarterback at this point. They've always had a problem with the quarterback. And I think with this firing of the coach, it's just evident it's still present as far as that goes. Panthers, they lost to the Bears 36-10. Commanders, they beat the Browns, which Commanders, they're making a comeback here. I think they've got a good person at a good player, young player at the quarterback position. Dolphins, they ended up beating the Patriots, but that's not saying much. Patriots are in disarray. I don't know. They'll win some fluke games, I think. Baltimore Ravens, they're definitely making a comeback. A strong and scary team once again after coming back, beating the Bengals 41-38. Bills, they're still, what can I say? Texans outplayed them. There was a few mistakes the Bills made by letting them get the game got away from them in the first half, and I think that'll change this week when they end up beating the Jets there. I think that's a Monday night game. We'll check the schedule here. Colts lost to the Jaguars. Jaguars, interesting. That could be interesting the rest of the season. They could be a disruptor. Broncos are solid, I think, as a team, beating the Ravens 34-18. Cardinals, they beat the 49ers. 49ers, I don't know. That's interesting. And that was in San Francisco. Packers won against the Rams. Packers are on the upswing there. New York Giants beat the Seattle Seahawks. So the Seattle Seahawks can be beaten at home. Cowboys, they beat the Steelers. That was on a rain delay for about an hour and a half there and stuff like that. So hats off to the Cowboys. They're salvaging their season. And then the Chiefs ended up beating the Saints, winning against the Saints there. So let's see what else is after that. That's and we go to the power rankings. Our power rankings are such that after this weekend's play, we can see that the Falcons ended up moving up 5 spots, and the Buccaneers dropped 9 spots. So our top 10 in the power ranker: Kansas City, who are in a bye week. Minnesota, I believe they're in a bye week too. Texans are number 3. They're up there. So 4-1. Detroit's up there. They ended up going up as well as the Baltimore Ravens. And then Commanders are number 6. Who would have thought they'd be in the top 10? Green Bay, they were 3-2 and still have not played the best football. Jordan Love isn't close to being what he was last season. He's recovering, but he's going to get there. And I think this shows that they're going up the ranking because he did a good job on his first game back. Buffalo, it's funny how 2 roads cross can change the narrative about this team. They are still the team to beat in the AFC. East, but the road game against the Jets this week will tell a lot. I think they have no problem. I think they got no problem going in taking the Jets. They moved down one, and the Cowboys ended up going 4 spots in the power ranking. So they're once again back in the top 10. Atlanta Falcons, they're up in the top 10. And then you have the Bears at number 11. Bucks, they dropped 9 spots. So they're out of the top 10. 49ers also dropped. I expect the 49ers to go back up in the power ranking. Steelers dropped because of the loss. Eagles, Broncos. I don't know how the Jets should have dropped. At 2 or 3, they have a new enormous division game against the Bills. The offense is too limited right now, in large part because of the line is struggling. They don't have any offensive line. Saints are still staying where they're at. Chargers, Cardinals, they went up 2-3 spots, but this is down at the lower end, as you can see. Even the Giants, they moved up 3 spots, winning against the Bengals. Bengals dropped 2. And down at the bottom, we have the Carolina Panthers and the Patriots. And the Browns are their third last. So those are our power rankings. And, wrong key. And let's see. Tony saying, Ted, yeah, Ted is here. Maybe, I don't know if Ted, are you entertaining to come up for a few after I get done with my song and dance here? Let's see. Now the thing I'm going to go over next is this is new because we're not going to do the picks because I have the picks in. So I added this something new. This is winning the division, and we can see that in the divisional race, which we have to start looking at. Okay, you have to start looking at that. The Bills are still first place in their division. Now, if the Jets win this weekend, as far as that goes, let's see, the Jets. When do they play? Yeah, the Jets will play Monday night against Buffalo. What's it? Oh, there I did it again. I did that again. This is the wrong thing. But you can see on the divisional, the Buffalo Bills are in first. I'm not sure how that looks. It looks a little small. I guess I'm gonna have to blow this up a little bit. Bills are in first in the AFC East, and as long as they remain there, they're going to the playoffs. That's all I'm concerned about as a Bills fan right now. It's not how many wins they get in a row. It's how they maintain their level. The same thing, Chiefs, they're already 5-0. They're one of 2 teams that are 5-0. The Minnesota Vikings being the other one. Broncos are nipping at their heels here. But I think the Chiefs will win that division. In the AFC North, you're going to see you see the Ravens, they're 3-2, but the Steelers are right there. Steelers have to keep their momentum. Browns and Bengals, I don't see any action. Maybe the Bengals might come up and get a wild card, but that division is going to be between those 2 at this point. AFC South, it's the Texans division if they decide to lose it. They're 4-1 and they're playing good ball. Now in the winning the division, well, that should be NFC. That's the NFC. I just put this up on a fly here, so let's go ahead and put that up there. For the NFC, you have the Commanders. They're playing outstanding right now. But right behind them is the Cowboys. Cowboys can win that division. It's going to be right now it's between the Cowboys and Commanders. The Eagles could sneak back up there. I don't know about the Giants, but the Eagles could probably come up. So it's between those 3 teams in that division. NFC West, Seahawks are 3-2, but the Cardinals, actually, the 49ers should be first in that division. They should be first in that division right now, but they're 2-3. They're still sorting things out. But I see them moving up in this division. As far as the Seahawks, if they keep on playing their way, they can. Minnesota Vikings in the NFC North, 5-0. Who would have thought? Okay. Is it because they got a good quarterback? They used to be on the Jets? I don't know. Just saying. So the Lions, I can see them making a charge for that. I'm not sure about the Bears. I don't know. This is going to be a tight division. I think it's going to be a little bit tighter than the AFC North or South, I should say. because the only two teams down there that will probably win that division it's either going to be the Falcons and Buccaneers, unless the Saints can get going, unless the Saints can get rolling on the thing there. So that's my take on the divisional race. Our scheduled games for this week, and we got notifications here. Let me take care of this. Let's see our games for this week. We're going to start with tonight or tomorrow night. It'll be San Francisco and the Seattle. This is a divisional race. I think San Francisco's got to win this game. So I ended up picking San Francisco. I'll go over my picks here. This is one I can remember. And then on Sunday morning, let me get this squared up. We have Jacksonville and Chicago. Yeah, Jacksonville and Chicago. This is a game that's being played over in London, 9:30. This is the London game, 9:30 Sunday morning. This is on NFL Network. And then starting at 1 o'clock, you got Arizona at Green Bay, Cleveland at Philly, Houston at New England, Indianapolis at Tennessee. Tennessee's got to win that game. This is going to be a big one for New Orleans. Tampa Bay and New Orleans. I think New Orleans is going to take that. I think they're capable. Tampa Bay, I think the real Tampa Bay team is going to come out. Washington and Baltimore. Now, there's a couple people I know that picked Washington, but Baltimore, I don't know. This will be a game to watch right here. That's on CBS at 1 o'clock. And then you got LA Chargers, Denver, Pittsburgh at Las Vegas. I think I picked Pittsburgh. Atlanta, this is my upset game. Atlanta at Carolina. I'm picking Carolina. Everybody else is picking Atlanta. I'm picking Carolina. I'll just go out for it. This will be an interesting game at those are all 425 games. Detroit and Dallas. That's going to be a good game right there. I'm picking Detroit upsetting Dallas. And then the 8:20 game on NBC is Cincinnati and the Giants. I'm picking the Giants to upset the Cincinnati. So my two upset games is Giants over Cincinnati, and what was the other one? Carolina over Atlanta. Monday night game is Buffalo going into New Jersey to play the New York Jets. But I think Buffalo will end up winning that game. Oh, sorry. Let's talk football. That's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to do here. And the bye week, these are the teams that are on the bye week. You got Detroit, Tennessee, and Philadelphia. And as far as there's 14 games, and let's see. I think with that we got the chart, the tote board for the win losses for week 5. We have as follows, and there's a big change there. Michael Bathurst won last week with Ted right behind at 8-6. Brian, he won last week, but he moved down 2 spots, and then you can see Brian, Tony, CBS, Tina, and myself. We all had 7-7 last week. It's pretty interesting. It's just let's see. And that's how the weekly total, you can see last week, as far as the totals that went. And the overall, let's see, do I have the overall? Yeah, here's the overall standings. We have Captain Rehab in 8th. I don't know if he's going to be here or not. He was on this morning shows, but he hasn't said anything about continue. So he's more or less, it's been 2 weeks since he's because we're already up to 78 games. So Tony is still overall. Tony is first. Ted is second. Oh, wait a minute. Michael's in second. I'm sorry, Ted. I didn't look at that close. He's 45. He's a game ahead of you. So another mistake there. Got to correct that. And then CBS and Brian come up 4th and 5th. Tina is 6th. Yeah. This is a good broadcast, isn't it? I'm having all these little minor. I'm not going to call them mistakes, but okay. Why did I do that? Let's see. We can change that real quick here. We can change that. We just go like this. Do some on the fly editing. There. It's corrected. Corrected on the spot. So there we have it as far as for the oh, I did that again. I keep on hitting the wrong button. Hit the right button, Rich. So that's what we have overall. I lost my lead. No, you got the overall lead, though, Tony. You still got the overall lead. No, you. Oh, shoot. I see what you're saying. Did I? Hang on. What the hell? You're right. You did. Let me see. 7 and 4. Oh, that I didn't add in your last week total. What did you win last week? No, you're 49 and 20, 40, 49 and 29. 49. There, I corrected it there, Tony. You're still in first place. I'm sorry. I just didn't I had it up here, but I didn't transpose it down here. So you're still in the lead, Tony. At 49. Because it has to equal up to 78 games total. So all these equal up to, if you add the win and the loss, it equals, we've got 78 games total played. So you still have you have a significant lead. That first week, you cleaned the clock. So you're just out there. Okay. So you didn't lose your lead. You're still in the lead. I'm sorry about that. But you can see how I work this as far as on the worksheet here on my outline. So those are the wins and losses. And for the picks, let's see. For the games on Sunday, the picks are as follows. We have Tina. I was ready to question that myself for Tony. Yeah, thank you. Please do. I can't pronounce and I can't really type, I guess. So I need someone to oversee it there, to edit, or not edit, but proofread there. That's okay, because there's a lot of data, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is the chart. I just finished this just before, and that's the picks right there. As far as I still got to get Michael's, but you can see going over the picks there for San Francisco. I picked San Francisco. Brian picked Seattle. Tony picked Seattle. Tina picked Seattle. Ted picked San Francisco. Ted picked Seattle. And then for Jacksonville, Chicago, I picked Jacksonville, and everybody else picked Chicago. We still don't have Michael's pick. So Arizona and Green Bay. I picked Green Bay. Brian picked Arizona. Tony picked Green Bay. Green Bay. So looks like Green Bay's the favorite there. Indianapolis and Tennessee. I picked Tennessee. Brian picked Indianapolis. Tony picked Tennessee. Everybody else picked, except Ted. He picked Indiana. Houston. The only one that didn't pick Houston was Tina. She's a New England fan. She likes New England, so she picked New England. Could be an upset, though. I don't think so, but maybe. Who knows? Tampa Bay and New Orleans. Myself and Brian picked New Orleans. Tina picked New Orleans. Tony and Ted picked Tampa Bay. Cleveland and Philadelphia. I think everybody's picking Philadelphia except Tina. She picked Cleveland. And Washington and Baltimore. I picked Baltimore. Brian, Tony, and Tina picked, and everybody else is picking Washington. I think Baltimore. Is Baltimore favored in that? I'm not sure. Let's see. our Los Angeles Denver game. I picked Denver. Brian and Tony picked Chargers. Tina picked Denver. Ted picked Denver. And then Pittsburgh at Las Vegas. Everybody picked. Oh, this is the one. Everybody's picked Pitt so far. Okay. And Detroit and Dallas. Myself and Brian picked Detroit, along with Ted, and Tony and Tina picked Dallas. Atlanta and Carolina. You have everybody else is picking Atlanta. That's my upset. I'm picking Carolina. Everybody else picked Atlanta. And then Cincinnati and New England, or New York Giants. Myself and Brian are picking the Giants. Everybody else, except Michael. We don't have Michael's picks yet. And then Buffalo and Jets. I'm picking Buffalo. Brian's picking Buffalo. Tony's picking Buffalo. Tina and Ted are picking the Jets. So good luck with that. So there we have it for our picks for wins and losses as far as that goes. Let's see. Let me go ahead and stop sharing that. On the overall, let me see. The Bills are favored to win by 2.5. Let's see. 49ers are favored to win 3.5. Jaguars are favored to win 2.5. Baltimore is favored to win by 6.5. So I don't know why you guys took Washington. I'm not sure. Packers are favored to win by 5. Houston Texans are favored to win by 7. Tampa Bay is favored to win by 3.5. But I think New Orleans is capable of beating them. Indianapolis Colts and Tennessee. Indianapolis is favored by 1 point. Cleveland Browns and Philly. Philly's favored by 8.5 points. LA Chargers. And Denver Broncos. Broncos are favored in that game. Pittsburgh Steelers are favored by 3 points over the Las Vegas. Atlanta's favored 6 points over Carolina. I'm taking the upset on that in Carolina. Detroit is favored 3.5 points over Dallas. And then Cincinnati's 3.5 points over the Giants. So that's how we stand as far as the on the betting side. As far as let me see. We're at 45 minutes. Cool. Let me see. I don't know if you want to come up, Tony. I'm going to go ahead and send you the link. It's 10.09.2024. And we get and Ted, if you're still there, I'm going to send you the link too if you'd like to come up. We got about 15 minutes or so. So the links are sent, and we'll see if they come up. And so that's pretty much the overall take on football that I have. As far as any other articles, let's see. Just a normal. There's injuries and that can come into play. You know, there's so much detail that you can get into talk about on football. So I did want to bring up that was the one thing that resonated was the firing of the New York Jets coach, and just prior to coming on, their what is it? Aaron Rodgers making a statement there that he had nothing to do with it because I guess there was some accusations. So, but the way he put it across, it was sort of I don't know. It's just the way he presented it. He could have been a little bit better. Here's Tony D. Hey, Tony.
What's up, man?
How you doing? I sent Ted a link. I'm not sure if he'll come up.
He might not be. He's probably traveling back.
Is he? He's
on the door and go grab some dinner.
Pardon?
I was getting ready to go out the door and go grab some dinner.
I'm only going to stand for a few minutes, so
you good.
What's your take on how do you pronounce the Jets coach's name?
Robert Saleh.
Saleh. Okay. I know we had this problem this morning.
We got you. Rehab. He needs your picks for the past 3-4 weeks. Rehab.
No, I'm not taking any picks for the last 2 weeks. You can make the picks for this week if you want to put them in the chat there. As far as that goes, I'm not gonna. I'm not doing the backup picks anymore.
The numbers. Me, Mike, Ted, Brian, all of you. You have Mike's numbers higher than mine. I didn't see the final number because I was actually trying to get.
No, there was a mistake. You're at 49 and 29, so you're first.
I am at 49. Mike was at 45.
Yeah. I looked. No. I'm sorry. That was a mistake because I had it on the listing up above as far as that goes, and so
last week was brutal. Last week was brutal on the game, so I had a feeling I probably came down on the numbers, but as long as I didn't lose my lead, that's what I'm saying.
Let me see if I could do something here for Captain Rehab. Captain Rehab, I'm going to put the comments in the chat there. If you can give me your picks right here and now, I'll go ahead and add them, but I'm not going to take any back picks. Let me see. I don't know what happened to beginning of this broadcast as far as the
more than one device, more than one window.
No, my phone is locked to where it just locked just a little bit. I can't completely close out the volume for some reason.
Gotcha.
So I found that very weird.
Gotcha.
Let's see, Captain Rehab. Here's the rumor has it. No. There's your pick, Captain Rehab. You got 5 minutes. If you can give me your picks, I'll add them to the thing. Okay, I'm not taking any crap. Okay. I'm not taking it.
Oh my goodness.
We're talking football. We're not talking politics there.
The Robert Saleh situation surprised me. And I'm glad it wasn't just me because I saw Shannon Sharp. They did a clip when he was talking about the first take and they showed his reaction. I had the same face he did. I'm like, what? But they did have a losing record, 20-36 over the past 3 seasons. Aaron Rodgers didn't play all last season. So a lot of people are wondering why he got fired, even though he had a losing record. No, not yet, at least. And then there's more going on behind the scenes. And this is going to be me personally giving my opinion. Aaron Rodgers said he had nothing to do with it. Okay, cool. Things weren't working out. I got that. They escorted him out of the building.
Oh, wow. I didn't hear that.
That tells me there was an argument with him and management or him and leadership, whatever.
Do you think the argument might have been over him because he ended up canning the offensive coach?
I heard you said that, so that might have been it. So there may have been.
Yeah, that was per Jets coach shortly after he decided to demote offensive coordinator Nathan Hackett. It's being reported that's when the owner, I guess, decided to say enough is enough.
Yeah, there's something going on with their ownership, and the ownership's been an issue since Rex Ryan was there.
And see, there's a connection between him and Rodgers because he's been with Rodgers like 4 or 5 seasons with Green Bay as the offensive coordinator.
Gotcha. Yeah, so there's something there, but if you got to escort the head coach off the premises, something happened bigger than the players, in my opinion. Either he was trying to stand up for the players and what they wanted to do, or there was just a major disagreement on what's going on. I'm not sure. Right. Aaron Rodgers said he had nothing to do with it. He said he's actually interested in that people think he has so much of an influence. So
I think people are trying to point. If you could have seen his interview, he was a little, I'm going to say just a little bit snobbish. I think he's probably upset because his name's being brought into it. It probably has nothing to do with it. But Tina, there's something we don't know. We don't need to know. It's the owner's choice. It's the owner that fired him. Okay, he has the ultimate decision.
Something's going on with the owners. That Jets owner, when they fired Rex Ryan, and Rex Ryan told his story, he got fired right when he was about to start doing good. He said it was about to be in the Super Bowl. Yeah. And he liked to cry when he walked off of that interview. I think it was on Real Sports with Brian Gumbel. That tells me something's going on bigger than coaching or whatever. I don't know what's going on in that top front office or whatever, but something ain't right. And I agree with Tina. Something we don't know, but something that's I don't even want to lose a record. I don't think he should have been gone yet.
No. Maybe towards the end they were still losing, and I think they still have potential for winning. I don't think they have potential making it to the playoffs, though.
There's a lot of enthusiasm for them to make it to the playoffs. They got people.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
People got them at 12-5, but it's not looking like it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got to go on a 10-game win streak from right now, damn near.
Right.
Which we don't see happening. Let's just be clear. And I'm a Jets fan. No, that's not happening. If they get a 10-game win streak, I'll make it to a damn game. I'll fight some traffic because this is not happening. I'm watching the weather. It has gone from a category 5 down to a category 3.
It's 3. Yeah.
2 days ago, the winds were at 185 miles an hour. Now they're at 120. She's expected to hit land in about 10 minutes. The eye of the storm.
Oh, it's okay. I was just going to say it's been slow moving and stuff like that.
She sped up. He sped up. He was at 9 miles an hour traveling a couple of days ago. Now it's at 17 miles an hour.
How fast did the last one that which I don't want to pronounce it?
Helene was a category.
Helene.
Category 3. So Helene was a category 3, made it all the way up to the Carolinas and Tennessee. This one actually going to hit Tampa, and there's a lot more wind north of it, more rain north of it.
It's just going to go across.
Yeah, but it's hitting Jacksonville right now. Jacksonville's getting thunderstorms from this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which is
that's a forward swirl, yeah.
And some of that panhandle that caught Helene is catching the rain now, which is what I did not expect because it actually started moving a little bit more north.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen the tracking there. Yeah.
I'm watching the Weather Channel on it now. So it's about to be on show in a minute. It was supposed to hit at 1 o'clock tonight. Now it's hitting in about 10 minutes. So Rehab got his picks in the chat. Appreciate that, Rehab.
Okay, Captain Rehab, you're back on the board. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate it. I got them copied, and I will plug them back into the chart there. Thank you.
Other than that, nothing else major is in the weather. In the news except for the weather. I'm not going to talk politics. They are so redundant with these politics. It's redundant conversations. Everybody is talking in circles, and it's a smear campaign on both.
And the big news here, because we're talking football to sports, but the bottom of the 7th, I'm not seeing any of this game. I'm watching it strictly box score. Mets are up 4-1.
Yeah, one more game. One more game.
Yeah. If they win this game, that's it, right?
No, they win this game. They got to face whoever wins between the Padres and.
No, but I'm just saying this series is the best out of 5.
They already won one series, so this is a good season for me. Congratulations to the Mets.
Well, they still got 3 more innings.
They made it to the postseason. Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
With the history of that team, they made it to the postseason. Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
They made it to the postseason.
Okay, Captain, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Thank you very much, Captain Rehab. You're back on the board.
Bye, Phillies.
Okay, we got Captain Rehab's.
You talked about my picks for the past 3 years. You talk about how predict teams and how my fantasy teams. Bye, Phillies.
Phillies are going to come back. We'll see. I'm surprised. Actually, I really am surprised. I thought the Phillies were going to put a whack, but it's just that's baseball too. It's just the big talk on baseball before coming on here tonight was I guess Aaron Judge. He's swinging at everything. He's just trying. He's over swinging, and they're concerned with that. I guess the Yankee organization. So. If the Phillies don't win this year, Captain Rehab, there's always next year again.
Well, they've been in the World Series more than once, so the Phillies are the better team in everybody's eyes. We got that. The Mets are the underdog.
They've been one of the better teams. Yeah, they've been on fire this year.
I'm hollering for the Mets right now.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, folks. We're coming up on 55 minutes. I want to say thank you to Tony. Ted, if you're on you're traveling, safe travels, my friend. Let's see. I want to say thank you to Tina. And thank you very much, Captain Rehab. It's glad to see you back up here and stuff. I was starting to get a little concerned, my friend.
He's been distant even from us on Canteen. That's how I knew something was going on. He's been distant for a minute over there, too.
So
and
he
also,
must be
he works, and also, it's the playoffs, and things are a little tense with the team and the squads, because him and one other Philly fan over there, I haven't seen much of them in the past week or two, so I'm
okay, that's what it is. Okay, there we go. All right, folks, this is Rich Roberts with my good friend, my brother veteran, and my fellow broadcaster here, Tony D. He has a broadcast there on Sundays that I pop in. It's a Tony Ton 163, and Bell Kings Fantasy Football, and
that's on X Twitter. That's X/Twitter, y'all.
X/Twitter. Yeah, it's on X/Twitter. At Tony Tone, Ton, the hip hop way 163, As
The
far
hip
as
hop, he remembered, ladies and gentlemen. He remembered.
that's I'm learning. And I'm Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on X as well, where I have my Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning broadcasts. As far as just Google at Fireman Rich, you'll see where I'm at. So we're out of here, and you'll have a good one. Enjoy the games this week, week 6. Ciao for now. See ya, Tina.
Good, Tina.